James Robinson here, TPI certified PGA professional and aim-point instructor based at the home of Yorkshire Golf, Huddersfield Golf Club. In this video, I'm going to answer a question which a load of our members ask me, loads of club golfers, loads of amateur golfers always want to know, can I use a bladed iron? What is the difference between a blade and a cavity back? Now, I've raided our Mizuno fitting cart and I'm going to show you a few differences. I'm going to talk you through a few technical differences in the clubs, also a little bit more about the aesthetics of the club and how they look, because that's a big part when people are buying irons. We like to know that it's good looking, we want to see it in the bag nice and shiny. They're expensive things, especially now, so we want to make sure that it's something you're going to enjoy looking at but also enjoy using. Okay, let's have a look. So just before we get started in testing the clubs and hitting golf balls, and that's what we all want to get to doing, I'm just going to talk you through the main differences between a bladed club and a cavity club. So the difference really is in the name. You look at the bladed club here, and I've got a pure one-piece forged metal, very thin club there, very thin top line. I'll put down a picture of both clubs behind a golf ball to give you more of an idea in a second. And the main point is forgiveness. There's really not a lot of forgiveness behind these clubs. So if you misstrike a golf ball, if you get it out the toe, if you get it out the heel, you're not going to see ball speed preservation. You're not going to see that ball speed stay as high as maybe it could do in hit out the middle of the club face. That's obviously going to affect distance. Also, CG wise, so centre of gravity, they're a very thin sole here. So the CG is going to be quite far forward. That's going to have a big effect on the spin of the golf ball, so how many revs the golf ball takes in the air. If the CG is forward, then that means that the golf ball is going to spin quite highly, so that's going to play an effect on the flight. Looking at the cavity back here, you can see much thicker sole, so the CG placement is going to be a little bit further back here. So that's going to mean the ball can spin a little bit lower. It's going to punch through the air a little bit more. I keep punching towards our net there from the projector. I don't know why, nothing's going up there. Also, so the idea behind cavity is the perimeter weighted cavity in here. So you can see how the weighting of the golf club is spread away from the middle of the head and more around the perimeter here. So that means on your off-centered hits, so when a ball hits the toe, hits the heel, the club isn't going to lose as much ball speed, so it's going to produce a decent amount of ball speed, going to help you keep those distances up on your off-center hits. Aesthetics-wise, and it's a big part of golf for me, aesthetics-wise, because we all want to have nice-looking things. You want to have a nice-looking car, you want to have nice-looking golf clubs. I'm not going to nice-looking wives, but yeah, for me this doesn't do it for me. It doesn't. That kind of club's never done it for me. Again, when I show you the image of the clubs down at the golf ball, the top line's a little bit thicker. Now, I don't personally feel like that looks as nice behind the ball, but again, that's personal opinion. So, first of all, I'm going to show you what it looks like behind the golf ball. Then we're going to hit some balls, see what the differences are. That was just a little insight into the main difference between blade and cavity. Let's get to it. Now these are the two that we're going to focus on today. The MP18 full-on blade and the JPX 900 hot metal. Let's get comparing. So the first club I'm going to go with is the more players iron. It's the MP18 blade. Now I use a blade anyway, so it shouldn't be too much different for me. It'll be interesting to see the Mizuno. I've not actually hit it that much yet, and it is a beautiful looking iron, so I'm really looking forward to hitting this one. In both tests, I've got the Project X 6.0 shaft in there. That's what I've been fitted for in my current set of irons, so hopefully it's a bit of a fair test and we'll see some interesting, or I'll feel some interesting data on both sets of clubs. Okay, I'm going to hit about half a dozen of each, and I'm going to report back, so bear with me. Okay, really interesting there. Now, my usual 6 iron goes between 165, maybe creeping up to 170 on good hits. Now, I don't hit the ball at an infamous amount of distance. I don't pronounce words very well either. And this was going around about that. It was going 165, 167. I got a good one out there at 169. And then the last one, I caught slightly toey. I caught it out of this part of the club here. And now that's dropped to 159. Now, I do see those kind of shots out on the golf course when I play. Obviously, don't hit the centre of the club every single time. And I found it interesting how there's such a drop-off. There's kind of a 10-yard drop-off there now. I love the look of the clubs, and they do remind me very much of my own. But I'm going to be really interested to see, and hopefully I'll hit a few toey ones with the cavity back. Okay guys, I've now swapped the shaft over, so I've got the same Project X 6.0 in the JPX 900 hot metal. Now, like I said earlier, this has got 3 degrees less loft, so it's practically nearly a 5 iron for me. Let's have a look. Again, I'm going to hit half a dozen. Bear with me. I'm going to talk you through the numbers, talk you through what's different, if it feels better. I'm half expecting it to feel a little bit dead actually, with the amount of kind of weighting that's in it, the perimeter weighting. Yeah, let's have a go, see what happens. So just as I thought there, that's gone a long way further. Okay, I've hit some up at 175, 178, one up at 181. It felt like a very good strike. I hit a couple of slight misses. I'm just looking at the wear pattern in the face actually, the new irons, so you can pretty much see. And I have hit a few toey, so there is definitely that forgiveness element there. Now, interestingly, it didn't feel as though I hit it toey. I couldn't feel a massive miss hit. With the MP18, the blade, when I hit it out of the toe, I knew straight away, oh, that's going to be short, that's not going to have the ball speed that I want. So definitely the cavity back is serving its purpose there. It's launching, I won't say it was launching much higher. The spin was interesting, so the spin was quite a long way down. Obviously it's not going to be launching as high because of the loft. So that's obviously what's giving it the ball speed. To go the distance. It's really interesting there. So I've hit both clubs, we've had a decent fair test, same shaft in there, different heads. We've seen that the difference in distance is quite high, so there's a difference in that. I guess the one thing that is vital in all this, and I have done it myself because I went down to Titleist at St Ives and got fitted, book a fitting. Yes, it's fantastic watching the videos on YouTube like you're doing here. We all have our own ideas on it, we all have our own opinions, but that's basically what they are, their opinions. One thing I would highly recommend to you, whatever brand you choose, I've gone with Mizuno here because we've got a great fitting cart here at Huddersfield Golf Club. We've also got kind of Ping as well, but this just kind of felt right to go with the Mizuno. They do make very good irons, in my opinion again. Go and get fit. It's the be all and end all with irons. If you're looking at changing your irons for the new season, the season's going to be on us quite quickly, I would have thought. A load of my clients are looking at changing their irons ready for the season. I wouldn't tell them, I just wouldn't say, get that one. Go and get the new TaylorMade, go and get the new Titleist, go and get the new Mizuno. Try them all. It's a lot of money, like I said earlier in the video, and you want to make sure that you've tried whatever's out there and make sure that it suits you. Shaft plays a massive role, grip plays a big role. I'm going to do a few videos on grips in the coming weeks. A lot of people don't realise the difference that grip plays, but obviously the head is a massive factor as well. So go and get fit, see your local pro, see your club pro. If you want to go to a proper kind of custom fitting place like I did down at Titleist, by all means get yourself booked in. It's a really enjoyable day as well. So there is that as well. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that insightful and enjoyable. I'm James Robinson, TPI certified PGA professional and aim point instructor based here at the home of Yorkshire Golf, Huddersfield Golf Club. I'm going to put my social media on the bottom of the screen now. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. See you soon.